Hello, 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 ambitious babes. Welcome to day one of the 10X 2020 Launchpad. Super excited for this, really super excited for this, mainly because I don't normally do this. So this is something really new for me as far as like doing live stream trainings in public. I usually only share these secrets and only share this magic within my paid group. So I'm super excited to have you guys here and in my world. Hopefully you'll stick around for the next 5 days because you're in for a treat. Really, I'm going to be sharing some really incredible things that if you pay attention, if you're here with me, if you are participating, even if you're watching the replay, it's okay. But really, I'm like, my intention with this for you guys this week, today, is to give you what I would normally give my paying clients and to really give you some things that you can walk away with this week, today, to exponentially increase all things in your life. And so for this week, today specifically, we're talking about 10X wealth, and I have some really amazing things to talk about with that. And then the rest of the week, we're going to be talking about 10X strategy, 10X sales, 10X mindset, and 10X leadership. So I'm super, super excited that you guys are here. Hi, Theo. I see Jen. Oh, Jen, I got to get on your show. I mean, come on. Hello. I see Amy. Awesome, guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to just do a couple things for you while we're waiting for some people to pop on. We had like 450 people register for this, so hopefully they can all join me live. Well, maybe not all. I mean, let's be realistic, but hopefully lots of people can join us live here today. So what I want to do is for those of you that are on, if you can just pop in here, first just say hello and let me know where you're from, because we've had so many people sign up for this. So I'm super excited to see who's signed up for it, who's here, where you're from. So if you can just comment here below where you're from and who you are. Well, I can see who you are. Jen says, yes, I can't wait to have you on. Absolutely. Super exciting for that. I see Lily. Yeah. So guys, give me some love and let me know where you are from so I know that everything's working properly. You guys can hear me. We'll be on probably maybe about 45 minutes to an hour. I'm like super respectful of people's time. So I know that you can be doing so many more things with your life, so many more things with your time right now. So I definitely want to bring the heat essentially today, and have you walk away with something that you can actually do in your business today. And then every day it's going to be just like that. So let me check out the comments. Oh, Christy from Minnesota. I have a good friend in Minnesota and she just visited. So that's cool. Jen's in New York. I see Sarah from Portland. I've been seeing a lot about Portland and it makes me want to go there. I've never been there. Tiffany, you're from Philly. I'm right outside of Philly, so we should connect. See, Theo's in Portland too. There's something happening here. Amy, oh my God, this is so weird. Amy, I had no idea that you were in media. I literally, before I moved back to Jersey, almost moved to media. So you're in my neck of the woods too. Amy, we're going to have to connect about that. I see Angela. Angela is Philly Burbs, of course. Portland is awesome. All right, guys, cool. So I'm going to do something with you that I always do with at the beginning of all of my paid group calls, which is we always have like some little exercise that we do for like 30 to 60 seconds. And what I want to do today is I want you guys to share with me what you are grateful for today. So what are you grateful for today? You can list one thing, you can list 5 things if you want, but I really believe that gratitude is the foundation for wealth. So share with me, share with everybody. What are you grateful for today? We'll do that for about 30 to 60 seconds, and then we're going to dive into our lesson today, which is 10X wealth. Amy says, yes, I'm close to you. I don't know why I didn't know that. Sydney's here. Lindsay's from Harrison, Virginia. Sarah says she is grateful for Starbucks and cupcakes. You're right up my alley. Jen says, I'm grateful for the training session I just had. It set me up for success as I embark on the gym again. I got to get on that train too, sister. Totally. Joanna says, I'm grateful for a painless visit to the dentist this morning. Angela says, a new beginning. Let go of my full-time job today. Wow. So proud of you, Angela. Catherine says, after days of heavy rain and flooding, today the sun was shining and the sky was blue. Lisa says today is tattoo day, so I'm grateful for some permanent art. I just got a tattoo. Yeah, you guys can see this. I just got this tattoo last Friday, and it means create your own reality. So I'm with you guys. We're all on the same wavelength today. We are all like making it happen. Lindsay says grateful for training with Bushra and now Jen. Amy says grateful for travel, heading to Texas to be with family. I love Texas too. Tiffany says I'm grateful for printing out a monthly habit tracker and started it today. Theo, I'm grateful for the insights I received in my meditation this morning and creating a new program. Exciting. All right, I see Keisha just popped on. All right, guys, so here's what I'm going to do. We're just going to get started. I was going to turn off the comments, but I'm going to leave them on because there are some things that I want you guys to comment here and like play along. I really want this to be interactive, and I really feel like, just absorbing information usually isn't enough. Just listening to content or reading content or watching content typically isn't enough. We have to kind of get in the thing and do the activities and really understand like what's happening. So the first thing that I want to talk about is, this is going to be a fun one and super easy for hopefully all of you. Catherine says, do tattoos hurt? I kind of fancy a small one, but hate the pain. It only hurts for a second, and it really doesn't hurt. It's just more like annoying. Go get one. All right, guys. So let's go ahead and get started. I know we're having tons of fun here, but like I said, I definitely want to be respectful of your time and get down and dirty with today's training so that you guys can walk away and know about, how to create 10x wealth in your life, and maybe why you haven't gotten there yet. Like maybe why you've maybe been stuck or plateaued, or you're just at a certain income level. And, I really want to raise your awareness to some of the things that are happening and why they are happening. Things that I've experienced personally myself, things that I experience with my clients. So the first thing that I want you guys to do is to share with us in the comments here, what is your big money desire? What is the thing that immediate answer, guys, don't overthink this. What is your big money desire? What do you want to be making yearly in your business? Don't think about how it's going to happen. I really just want you to share. What is that deep desire when it comes to money? We're definitely going to be talking about more than money, but right now I want to tap into what is that big money goal for you? Multi-millions. What does that mean, Jen? 5 million, 10 million, 100 million, they're all multi-million. So what does that mean? Amy says 1 million. Letitia says 50K months. Nicole says 7 figures. Get more specific about that, Nicole, as well. 7 figures, what does that mean? That can mean anywhere from, 1 million to 999,999,000. Christy says $50,000 take home. Vihil, hopefully I'm saying your name right, is 7 figures. Joanna says 250K in 2020. Letitia says ultimately 1.5 in revenue. Lisa says 750. So those of you guys that are giving me these like roundabout numbers, like millions or 6 figures or multi-millions, I want you to get specific with what that is. That is actually one of the things that you really want to hang on to, is the specificity in what you want and what you desire, right? Because, sometimes we just want to kind of put something out there and like, we're not really connected with that desire, right? It's like, yeah, I want multi-millions. Well, what do you want multi-millions for? Do you want 3 million or do you want 18 million? Because they're two totally different things, but they're both multi-millions, right? So get a little bit more clear on what that is. Beverly says 30K months. Catherine says 50K per year, but I think I'm underselling myself. So what's the ultimate desire, Catherine Epworth? Share with us what that is. Lindsay says 20K months. Nicole says, I want to be making 2 million a year by the end of 2020. Okay, more clear there. Sarah says 1.6 million per year take home. I love how you make that distinction as well. Jennifer says 10 million a year. Christina says 300K. Angela says my monthly income goal is 15,000 or more in multiple ways. I love that. I love that. Angela is a fantastic student of some of my mindset courses and my journaling classes. And you just gave me the most PC answer and it was beautiful. I absolutely love it. She said 15,000 or more in multiple ways. So I absolutely love that, guys. So another question that I have for you guys, and the reason why I'm asking you these questions is because it's going to guide what I'm sharing with you guys today. Okay, so next question that I have for you is, what does wealth mean to you? So we all have different definitions for things, right? Like we all have a different version of like what our success means. We all have a different version of like what happy means. I want to know for you, what does wealth actually mean? Because today we're talking 10x wealth. Friday, we're talking 10x sales. Sales, money, totally different than wealth. I really believe that. So for you, what does wealth mean to you? Catherine says 5K profit per month. I love the distinction with profit. I love the distinction that when somebody says, cash, like that's one of the things I say. It's like, oh, I want a 50K cash month, right? I don't want a 50K sales month. I want a 50K cash month. So yeah, definitely be very clear on that as well, or you'll get it in ways that maybe aren't going to support what you actually need. Angela says, yes, my journaling prompt I learned from you, Jen. Christy says, wealth means freedom to have choices. Love that. Freedom of choices, someone else says. Peace of mind, being able to take care of my family's needs. By the end of 2020, I want to be at a reliable 25K months. I'm just starting. Ultimately, I want to have a minimum $5 million per year business within 7 years. Awesome. Sarah says, wealth means freedom and opportunity. Joanne says, for me, wealth is freedom. Freedom to live fully expressed, impacting and touching lives without the anxiety around money. Wealth means the freedom and comfort to live the lifestyle I desire and manifest. Wealth means being able to do what I want, go where I want, buy what I want, whenever I want, no matter how much it costs, and not have to think about money. Love that. Wealth to me means freedom, flexibility, and choices. Wealth means choice. Hearing that word a lot, guys. Freedom to lead a fulfilling life and give back. Wealth means financial freedom for myself and for generations after me. There you go, where I and my family never have to want for anything or suffer lack, scarcity. To me, wealth is about being able to do what I enjoy in life without worrying about money. Wealth means more than enough in many areas: health, happiness, and cash in hand profits. Allison's goal is 12,000 or more cash months consistently. Wealth to me is living fully present and satisfied in all areas of my life, including health, finance, business, relationships, environment, and freedom. Wealth is having zero worries about finances and the ability to contribute to changing the world in ways I desire. Wealth for me is about the ability and freedom to make decisions to do what I want to, when I want, because I want. I love this, guys. So I'm going to do another exercise in a little bit, but I want to share a story first. About, when I really realized that wealth was the ultimate desire. I think sometimes when we get into business, it's very easy to just go for the money, right? Like we just want the money, we just want the clients. And a lot of times we're not thinking of that long-term success. And that's really what I wanted to bring to the table for you guys today, is that it's not just about the money. It's not just about having a certain amount of clients or selling out your programs or doing all that stuff, even though that's what it seems like it is on the surface. But being able to create something in your life that lasts beyond you, right? So if we're talking about legacy and leaving someone mentioned it here, leaving something for the people after us, our children, our grandchildren, our family, our generations, right? And what I love about the work that I do, and I'm sure that many of you do this work as well, if you're, life changers, if you're in the transformational coaching space, is like we have this opportunity right now today that women didn't have it, like even 30 years ago, 50 years ago. Right? We have an opportunity and so many resources in so many ways to create massive and impactful wealth for not just us, and not just us like wanting to like be selfish and like get our hair done, but because we want to create long-lasting sustainability, money, and just true wealth within our families, correct? So I just love the work that I do because of that. And I love that you guys are here with me, because this is not just about the money. It's not just about the clients. It's about who we get to be in the process. It's about being a truly wealthy woman, a truly wealthy person, somebody that is leaving something more than just like crumbs, right? And I just love that we have the opportunity to do that today with, coaching and the transformational services that you guys have and just the internet, right? Like we're able to do this. So the story that I wanted to talk about was, when it came to like what I wanted in the beginning of my career, I just wanted to make six figures. Like I was just like, cool, I want to make $100,000 a year because that seems cool. Like at the time, which was about 6 years ago, I thought that somebody who was making about $40,000 a year I thought that was normal. I was like, cool, like everybody makes $40,000 a year. Like that's pretty normal, right? This was before, obviously, I was, on the online coaching space and all of that stuff. But I really didn't know anybody that had massive wealth or that at least talked about it. And, I just had this thing made up in my head about 40K a year is good. If somebody was making 60K, I thought, wow, they were living it up, right? They had a great life. And if somebody was making 100K, that was like the ultimate. That was the ultimate. Like nobody even here really said 100K. So I think that that's just funny, right? But like back then when I first started, it was like, I just want to make like $5,000 a month. I just want to pay my bills. I just want to be able to get my kid something for Christmas. And, I was in that mode of, I just have to hustle. I just have to get clients. I just have to make money because I have to pay bills. And when I was able to really look at what I was creating, I was really able to see that it was so much more than that, right? It was about leaving and living that legacy. It was about changing other people's lives. It was about doing something for more than just myself, for more than just that selfish reason of wanting to pay bills. I mean, who the hell wants to just pay bills their whole life anyway? I mean, I think it's just absurd. Like, why is that? But that's how I came into this space. And I had invisible limits on myself. So the limits that I just told you guys about, 40K a year is good, 60K a year was great, 100K a year was awesome. Like that was the limit that was in my head because I had just created that. And so when I had my first profitable year in coaching, I made $35,000. And yeah, that's nothing to sneeze at, right? Like a lot of people don't even profit that much in their first couple of years. But I just knew. I knew that I was available for so much more. I knew that I was meant for so much more. But because I had put this invisible cap on my earnings or what I thought was good or what I thought was successful, it was no wonder when I looked back that, oh, yeah, I only made that much money that year because that was my standard at the time. So I love that you guys are really coming up with some massive and big and amazing goals and money because truly we are limitless, right? So I want to know from you guys, do you have experience of putting these invisible limits on yourself? Whether they're just passed down from generations, whether it's like how you grew up or the people that you grew up around that like one of the things that I heard a lot was like, nobody makes 10K a month. That's not normal. People don't make 10K a month. And, it was something that I believed and something that caused me to cap my income and what I was available for because of what other people were saying. So I'd love to hear from you guys if you have any examples of something similar or just you putting that invisible limit or that invisible cap on yourself based on what you can reasonably think right now. Catherine says, I totally have an invisible limit on myself. And so even though you guys were giving me these big numbers, it is still possible to have that limit, right? Because that's subconscious. That's just like in your head. Whereas the stuff that you're putting out there is like, oh my God, it would be amazing to have a multi-million-dollar year. It would be amazing to make $15,000 cash every month. It would be amazing to have 20K months, right? Like that's the dream. That's aspiration though. How do we get us to be in a place where it's not just a dream. It's not just an aspiration, but it is a high probability that this is going to happen because we're so connected to that goal, right? And that's what I'm going to be sharing with you guys more about today is like that want, that aspiration. It really doesn't mean anything if you can't get into alignment with what needs to happen in order for you to be that person who is a multimillionaire. In order for you to be that person who is bringing in $20,000 a month or $50,000 or $10,000 or whatever it is that you desire, right? And ultimately, that's why you're not there yet, right? Whatever it is. When I say there, it can be anything, right? I mean, you saw the different ranges of what people want and what people desire. Why aren't you there yet? Because if you had no limits, and if you knew exactly what to do, and if you knew exactly who to be, then like that wouldn't even exist, right? Christina says, I don't think I have a limit, but I look like I do. Otherwise, I would already. Exactly what I was just saying. Exactly what I was just saying. So here's what I want you guys to do. I actually did this recently in one of my paid groups, Meant for Millions, and I thought that this exercise was just mind blowing. So I want you guys to pay attention here, okay? I want you to think about, okay, you all kind of gave me like your aspirations. What's that big number that you want, right? And, I don't know how close or how far away you are from that, but what I really want you to think about is, now I want you to go all the way to the other end. I want you to go all the way to the other end, right? The bare minimum. Okay, you gave me the aspiration. You gave me the big dream, the big number. I want you to go all the way down to the bare minimum. What is the bare minimum that you could reasonably get away with? And it's probably happening right now, but what's that bare minimum that you like you cannot make less than this every month, or else you're in trouble, or else you can't pay your bills. You can't, you can't pay your mortgage. You can't put food on the table. Maybe not the last one, but like, what is the bare minimum? Like, I need this amount every single month, no matter what, to cover my bare necessities, my expenses, my business expenses, my mortgage. What's that bare minimum for you guys? Monica says, I grew up with the belief that wealthy people were born wealthy, and if you weren't born wealthy and didn't become a celebrity or invent something great, wealth was always going to be out of reach for me. I really I resonate with that, Monica. And also, because of the power of the internet and because of the power of the work that we do, what do they call that? They call that new money, right? Like, it's new money. It's not generational. It's not passed down. It's not, because you were born into it. We all have the ability, no matter what our circumstances were, to make that happen, or you wouldn't be here right now. Okay, so your bare minimum, 7K, 5K, 5K, 1,500, 2K, 12K, 6K, 5K, 3K, 8K. Okay. Keep them coming. Keep them coming a little bit, because I have something else that's going to blow your mind. 20K is the minimum. 10K is the minimum. 5K net. All right, guys. Now, what I want you to do, and you can either share this if you want to. If you don't want to share it, you don't have to. But I want you to think about, what have you been currently making in your business? Average. If you were to average out, I tell my clients, like, take the last 6 months, add it all together, divide it by 6. What's the average that you have been bringing in to your business or into your life for the past 6 months? Nothing right now. So you're in a place where Sarah says 23. Exactly what I put above. 250. Oh God, so far away from my goal. 4 to 5K. So that's the thing, guys. It's going to be this. Look, I'm just going to look at a couple people who answered both. Joanna says exactly what I put above. Keisha says 4 to 5K, where Keisha's bottom line was 5K. So what I want you guys to see here is there's a little bit of a mix, right? But the majority, okay, so Angela says 1,100, and I believe you said 1,500 was your bottom, right? So here's the thing, guys. Do you see a correlation or a connection to the bare minimum and what you're currently bringing in? How does that resonate for you? The bare minimum and what you're bringing in currently. I had one $1,200 month 2 months ago and nothing since. Olga says 4K. Joanna gave me the surprise face. So here's the thing, guys. The reason why, and if you were to actually like go back and do your bare minimum, it would probably be less because somehow you're surviving on that, right? And the reason why is because that is what's normal. That's what you've made normal. And it's okay. It's like, here's the bare minimum, right? Here's what I can get away with. And every month you're just kind of pushing that back, right? Like you're just pushing that, like, I can barely get there. I can barely get there. I just made it this month. But you're making that the primary thought. You're making that the primary vibration of the money is like, just give me the bare minimum. Just give me what I absolutely need right now so I can make it to the next month. Right? I mean, do you think that that is the energy of someone who's a multimillionaire? Is that the energy of somebody who's making 10K, 20K, 30K months? Right? Okay, so a lot of you guys have the full-time job. So even if you were to include your full-time job, add that all together, right? Include it. It's money that's coming in. I don't discriminate against money. Any money that comes to me is welcome to me. It doesn't have to come from my business. So think about all the money, right? So if you are, right, every month, I just need to make it through. I just need to make it through. Guess what you're going to get every single month after that? You're going to get that same, you're going to get matched to that, right? Christina says, oh God, if I add up my household income, then it is exactly my bare minimum. Wow. I told you guys, mind blown, right? This is not rocket science, really. It's just something that, like, this is what I love about the work that I do and the work that I work on, people with their wealth consciousness and with their mindset, is that they're really simple concepts. Like, I'm not saying anything that's like super profound, right? I'm just getting you to see the reality of this is why this is happening. It's happening because you've made it acceptable. It is acceptable for you to have the bare minimum. It is acceptable for you to struggle every month. It's normal for you to struggle every month. And even though we have those wants and those dreams and those desires and these big numbers, you're not going to get there until you completely shift, which is exactly what this entire week is about. The 10X mindset, right? Of really like, damn, okay? Reality check, someone just said here. Wake up call. I'm tired of the struggle every month. Catherine says, if I add up the work and income streams, I bring in my bare minimum. I know. It's craziness. Whew. So we're getting what's currently acceptable. What we allow to be okay, right? Even if it sucks a little bit, even if it hurts a little bit, even if it's struggle, it's still safe. It's still comfy, right? Because we know this. We know that anything, even if from an outsider's perspective or from a logical perspective, anything that's not serving us that we're still holding on to, we're doing so because in some way it serves us. It keeps us safe. It keeps us comfortable, right? You may think, oh, struggle is uncomfortable. I don't want to feel struggle. But the reality is, maybe you don't want to feel what it would feel to be uncomfortable and to take a chance and to make more money, because what if your relationships change? What if you making more money makes somebody mad? What if you making more money means more responsibility? What if you making more money means you have to pay more taxes? So subconsciously, you have some belief about making money or making more money that is keeping you stuck at the place you are. Does that make sense to you guys? Success intolerance. Heard this on a podcast. Ooh, yeah, what we tolerate, right? What we tolerate. Because it's what we're doing. We're on autopilot. It's cool. Like, it's cool. Like, we're telling the universe, it's fucking cool. It's cool that I struggle every month. It's cool that I'm making the bare minimum. It's cool. It's cool. So let me just stay here because this is comfy and this doesn't ruffle feathers and this doesn't make other people feel uncomfortable. Joanne says, I'm actually feeling angry at myself because I know I propagated a lot of this stagnation. Something's got to change. Amy says, oh my God, yes. Tiffany says, yes. So I want you guys to explore that when you get off the call today. Why are you where you're at? What feels safe about that? Even if it sucks, even if it's not really what you ultimately want, something about it feels safe. Something about it, whether you're protecting yourself or you're protecting somebody else, where you're at right now, that bare minimum, it's keeping you safe in some way, okay? Otherwise, it would be a non-issue. We wouldn't even be having this conversation, right? Angela says, I literally have goosebumps right now. I was comfortable in my job and having a steady paycheck and making bare minimum. So today, along with other full-time employees, we were all laid off. But I'm at peace with it and greater things on the horizon now. Wow, Angela, when you said that you didn't have your full-time job anymore, I didn't know that you got laid off. So honestly, like, that's probably a blessing in disguise, right? Like, it's probably something that needed to happen in order for you to get to that next level, because you would have stayed stuck there. You would have stayed comfy, making that bare minimum and making that money there. Now, and I'm not saying your back has to be against the wall in order to make money or in order to make a massive shift. We just have to have awareness. But a lot of times we do have to get to a point where it's like our back is against the wall and we have to do something dramatically different. We're going to be talking about 10X strategy on Wednesday, so make sure that you guys are here for that. But something dramatically has to change and shift in order to see a different result. Or else we're just going to keep getting more of the same. Okay? Yes, definitely a blessing. Why am I where I'm at? I'll journal on this more. All right, perfect, guys. All right, All right, so I'm looking over here because I have some notes and there's things that I want to just share with you guys. The next thing that I want to talk about is having it all. Okay? I'll come back to the comments a little bit later. I want to talk about having it all, because this is another thing that will limit your wealth, limit your success, limit your leadership, limit really having full, incredible happiness, joy, and success in your life, is that you believe on some level that you're not worthy of having it all. It's kind of what I was saying before with you making more money is probably going to change a relationship with someone else, how somebody else thinks of you or sees you, right? So let me know if you guys have noticed this. There's like a few main areas of your life, right? So if we think about, your finances, your health, your relationships, your spirituality, maybe the way that you look, like your body. Have you ever experienced this where you're like, wow, like my relationship is amazing. We're having incredible sex. My family life, my home life is incredible. It's awesome. I'm in the best shape of my life. And I have $0 coming in from my business. Or my business is booming. I'm making tons of money, but I gained like 30 pounds. My husband's always mad at me. We're always fighting. It's this idea that we can't have it all in all areas of our life. And I believe that once you can also wrap your head around this, that's when the true wealth is going to come, right? So have you guys experienced that where something, even if it is subconscious, is that you can't have it all? You can't be perfect. There's no way that you could have a thriving business making multiple 6 figures or multiple 7 figures, an amazing relationship with your husband, rockin' sex, an amazing body, incredible life. Like, that's just for other people, right? Like, that's just for celebrities. That's just for these gurus that you see online. April says, yes. Theo says, I love these perspectives. Chevy just joined. What's up, Chevy? So this is another thing that I battled with for a long time. And I definitely feel like still on some level it's there. But I see this a lot for my clients, right? It's like, no, not everything can be great. I want you to completely shift that because it is possible. And where does it come from? We're going to talk about mindset tomorrow, but where does it come from? Other people. Other people that lived in generations that don't even exist anymore, and growing up being told, you can't have what you want. You can't have everything you want, right? It's like a common theme. I catch myself saying this to my son, and I'm like, no, you can't have that. And then I'm like, well, yes, you actually can have everything you want, but you're going to have to, like, there's got to be some exchange, right? But I catch myself saying that because I know that that's what we've been taught our whole lives. Can't have your cake and eat it too. What? That's probably like the stupidest thing that I've ever heard. Because why in the hell would you give me cake if I can't eat it? That doesn't make sense to me. But that's what we think. Can't have our cake and eat it too. You can't have it all. You can't have everything you want. Right? How often have we heard that? So I really want you guys to shift your mindset around that, because you are fully available to receive it all in all areas of your life. Wealth, success, your legacy, your body, your health, your relationships, your family, your spirituality, your religion, whatever it is for you. Allison says, or you have to work super hard to get everything you want. We'll talk about that tomorrow when we talk about 10X mindset. Michaela says, I love that. Can't have cake and eat it. Why not? Exactly. Doesn't make any sense. So I really believe, guys, that true wealth, right, is about leaving a legacy, right? I always thought that, leaving a legacy, right? And a lot of people have this like also either or mentality, right? I want you guys to have an and mentality. Yes, I can do this, and I can also do that. Yes, I can leave a legacy, but I can also live a legacy right now. I don't have to wait until I die for people to, be inspired by me. Yes, I can save money and I can spend money, right? I want you guys to really feel this. Like, I can have it all, yes, and. No more either or. Because that's really like just what Allison said, which we're going to dive deeper into tomorrow, is like, oh yeah, I can have that, but I must sacrifice my happiness for it. Do you really think that we were put on this earth? Do you really think that God made you to suffer? Do you think that you were put on this planet to make a difference or to pay bills? Right? But these are all things that are not necessarily ours. And like I said, we're going to talk about this tomorrow when we do 10X mindset. It's going to be my favorite because I love my mindset. But I really want you guys to like harness like these ideas and these perspectives that I'm giving you today on just how you can 10X your wealth. Ultimately, your legacy, what you're leaving behind, right? Not just money. We'll talk about money. That's part of it, of course, but in all areas of your life. Next level wealth, right? Your, just everything that you have. Kayla says, there's no but. Olga says, yes. Joanne says, so good. Really enjoyed this live stream. Yes, and. Catherine says, if anyone gives me cake, I'm definitely going to eat it. Me too. There's this quote. I'll have to find it and post it for you guys. I just saw it recently. It was something about a donut. And it said something about like, God, I don't want to mess it up, but it was something about a donut and how like poor people focus on the hole in the donut and then they go hungry. But I'll have to find it and post it for you guys. So here's where we're going, guys. Next level wealth, 10x wealth happens when you make it a non-negotiable, right? When you make that normal. When you make that just the way that it is. Right? Because even just looking at everybody else's, the numbers that they're putting up there, like the variety, right? Of like all the way from 5K to 15K a month, all the way to like millions and like $10 million a year. There's a big gap there, right? It's good for you to see that because for you, it's like, okay, well, where do I fall? Right? Where am I at? What is acceptable to me? What is possible for me? And what am I no longer going to tolerate? So this suffering that you guys are talking about month after month, this suffering of like you seeing something that you want, you seeing your desire so clearly and having to say no because of money, that sucks. That sucks, right? To see something so clearly, like I know I can have this, I want this so bad, but I have to say no. And what do you do in that? You perpetuate the cycle. You perpetuate it. You just keep it going. That will always be your story if that's your story. And the only way to change it is to shift your thinking around it. Like, I can see the thing I want and it feels fucking scary. And I don't know how quite I'm going to do this, but I know that I will be supported the moment I say yes. This is a really hard one to get your head around. So if you have to go back and like watch this, absolutely do that. But it's about saying yes to that next level self first and allowing everything else to happen for you in order to make that happen. Because right now, things are happening for you because of what you're expecting. You're expecting the bare minimum. So unless you expect a higher standard of yourself, unless you put yourself in a situation where you command that, it's not going to change. Like even look at this, okay? So a lot of you guys, when you came up with the number, well, not a lot, like pretty much everybody, when you came up with the number that was your bare minimum, and then you came up with a number that was your average, right? It was very close. So what would happen if you put yourself in a position, no matter how scary it felt, to raise your bare minimum? Do you not think that the average or what you receive or what you make is going to rise up to that? Or do you think you're just going to go hungry and be homeless on the streets? Because if you really do, if you like did that experiment and you're like, holy shit, then why wouldn't you just make your bare minimum a higher number? Does that make sense to you guys? Why not just put yourself in a place where it's like, yep, I have to say that yes to this thing, right? This thing's going to force me to level up. I don't have a choice. I have to be the woman that just said yes to this scary opportunity. I have to be the woman that just said yes to spending $5,000 a month in Facebook ads. I have to be the woman that just said yes to this mastermind or this program that I know is going to up-level me, even though it feels fucking scary. You will be supported. Right now, you just have this belief that you're not going to be. But I gave you a clear example that you are. You will always be supported. You will always get what you need. As we go through the week, I'm going to talk about how to raise, what you get, the overflow of that. But just in this simple experiment that we did today. Christina says, good question. Yes, it does. Yes. I've been slowly building a team and looking for a new home so that my bare minimum increases by default necessity. Exactly. All right, guys. So I'm kind of wrapping it up here. but I want to do something really special. So those of you, if you have not signed up for the actual trainings, like the emails or anything, and you just happen to catch this live in my Facebook group, just put a comment below with 10X, and my VA will make sure that you get the link so that you can get the reminders for all of the rest of the trainings. But I want to do a couple different things. So we're actually going to be giving something away to someone, or maybe someone's, I haven't decided yet, who participate fully in the next 5 days. So if you want to participate, even if if you can't watch it live, totally cool. Participate on the live or on the replay. But we have a way to track engagement and things like that. So anybody who engages, you'll be eligible to win some awesome, cool stuff. So just an incentive, right? I mean, I would highly encourage you to do this anyway, even without an incentive or without a prize. But we are going to be doing that. If you haven't signed up officially, just comment 10X and my VA will get you the information to do that. And then what I want to do now is, I love Amazon, okay? I just bought 3 books this morning, all on like quantum physics and belief and mindset. And yeah, I just have a plethora of books, not to mention anything else that you can get on Amazon. So I really love this conversation today. And what I want to do is I want to gift someone a $100 Amazon gift card. So this was not planned at all. This is not planned. I just literally came up with this because I want to give you guys a gift, because I really feel like this is just, I want to infuse this idea that like you get to have it all. You get to have whatever it is that you want. More books than shoes. Love that hashtag. Vermonica says me. I think I was going to say yes to a yoga retreat I wanted to do for a long time, but now I'm not sure how I would get the money for it. I decided to trust the universe. Alara says, thank you. Just caught the end and experienced impact. I'm signing up for the 10X. We'll watch the replay too. Lindsay says, wow. Lamorla says, how awesome. Joanne says, wow, you're amazing. Wow. Love Amazon too. Which ones? Okay, so I'm going to tell you guys what to do. I don't have the exact books yet, but I think it actually, no, it didn't come from, I thought maybe it came from your question, Lisa, but it might not have. I know one of them is Supernatural with Joe Dispenza. Beyond Belief was the other book, and I can't remember the name of the third book, but I will post them on here. Okay, so here's what I want you guys to do. I want you to type in the word wealth. Okay? Thank you, Heather. I want you to type in the word wealth. You can type it in as many times as you want and just type it in there. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to randomly scroll through, and whoever I stop on is going to get the $100 Amazon gift card. So just type in wealth, do it multiple times if you want. As soon as I stop talking, or as soon as I feel like I want to give it away, I'm going to give it away. Thank you guys for being so present. I really hope you got a lot out of this, and that you will get a lot out of the next 4 days. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. Awesome. I've had a lot of people on this live too today. Really, really good. Really, really good. I'll have to get you guys the name of the third book, but I will definitely post that here. And I'm also going to post that quote about the donut as soon as I can find it. But I am ready for you guys to maximize your wealth, to get out of this bare minimum bullshit that you've been tolerating. So tomorrow, 10X Mindset. Here, same time, same place, 2 p.m. Eastern. Wednesday, 10X Strategy. Thursday, 10X Leadership. And Friday, 10X Sales. Super freaking stoked about this. And like I said, I want you guys, like I literally, when I decided I was going to do this, was like, I want to give what I would give to my clients if they paid for this. And so that's my promise to you. That's my mission to you. And I just, before I get your guys's, before I choose the winner, you guys can keep saying wealth, wealth, wealth. for me, it's like, one of the questions that I hear all the time from people is like, oh, I'm just so scared to give away everything. Like, what if I give everything away on the live stream, or if I give everything away with my free content, that people won't buy from me? And that is a lack mentality. That comes from a place of lack. Because when you're giving, when you're serving, when you're connecting with people, when you're impacting people, when you're really changing and shifting somebody's perspective in their life, they want to be around you more. They want more of that. Okay? So if you're one of those people who thinks, I can't give away my content for free, we're going to be talking about strategy on Wednesday, don't forget. It's just untrue. It's untrue. All right, I'm going to pick a winner. So all I'm doing is I'm just like randomly scrolling up and down on my phone, because I'm doing this on my phone, and I'm going to stop on somebody, and that person is going to get a $100 Amazon gift card to buy as many books as you want, or whatever else you want. Maybe you want to buy coffee. Maybe you want to buy, I don't know, a curtain. I just bought a curtain the other day. Oh, I have a winner. It is Jen Blanchard, one of my favorite people. Jen, you won the $100 gift card. So let me write this down so I can have my VA reach out to you and get your address. It goes to Jen Blanchard. All right, guys. I'll be doing more of this, so don't count yourself out, okay? I'm going to go now, and I just really would love for you guys to join me. Put the reminder on your phone every day this week, 2 p.m. Eastern. If you can't watch it live, put a reminder on your phone to watch it before you go to bed. I'm going to be dropping some serious bombs over the next 4 days. And if you got anything out of this, guys, I would love for you to share it. That would be amazing as well. You can share the group or share the 10X link. I don't know if Jessica's on, but if Jessica's on, if she could drop the link, that would be great. That would be awesome, because I really believe that the more people that know about this and can experience this and change their life and change their trajectory of everything and change their money and change their wealth, the better. We all will rise up together. All right, guys. Christina says night. I must have a lot of people across the pond, because you guys are saying tonight. So awesome, guys. Thank you for being here with me. I will see you guys tomorrow. And ciao, for sure. Take in the things that we talked about, the journaling prompts. Really understand, like, why am I here? And we're going to dive into mindset tomorrow, which is one of my absolute favorite topics. So we're going to be diving into that. I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.